Our global population has quadrupled in 100 years. By 2050, we expect it to be over 9 billion. So the need for raw materials is increasing rapidly, and yet supply is falling. It's only by now being smart with our raw materials that we'll be able to later live prosperously on a healthy planet. We need a circular economy. The Netherlands is a frontrunner in the transition towards circular economy. Our aim is having a 100% circular economy in 2050, not thinking in terms of what we have, but in use and sharing. That means we need new models for production, consumption, distribution and logistics. The smart cities of the G5 set an exemplary role and have offered the urban environment as a test area. All of the innovation projects are scalable within the city and can be replicated in other cities. The smart cities of the G5 pool their strengths to create new ways of working together and new roles in area development, and to scale up innovations and use data more smartly. The G5 would really like to share their knowledge and experience with other cities, so that together, worldwide, we can more quickly create a circular economy.
The circular economy is a booming topic. Amsterdam even won a prize for it at last year's Smart City Expo. In the Netherlands, we aim for a 100% circular economy by 2050. To reach this goal, we need to build in a circular way. What are the possibilities of circular design? Meet Madaster in this great example, a building called Circle. Can you explain what Madaster is?
Yeah, Madaster is the register for products and materials in the built environment. By knowing the identity of the materials, knowing the qualities of the materials, it makes it far more easy to reuse them, and especially from an economic perspective, it gives value to the materials if you exactly know what it is. And the uniqueness about it is that we provide a facility that other companies or organizations can use to reuse materials and products. And that's a fantastic way to eliminate waste. A nice example of what circular economy can bring is that you can reuse the furniture or the carpet, but you can also think about reusing a full construction. And that's what is being done at the Zuidas, is the Amsterdam business district. It is fantastic that Barcelona organizes an expo like this, because it's an excellent opportunity to showcase what we've done and what we are doing. My request to others is that we can exchange our ideas how to innovate. Because the circular economy is about collaboration, and that's what we like to do as well. Work together with other creative peoples to facilitate this very important change.
In a city, a lot of materials are produced and delivered. The materials eventually turn into waste. To make the transition towards the circular economy, data about these waste flows are crucial. AMS Institute and Metabolic are developing strategies and tools to promote waste as a resource. The Amsterdam metropolitan area is one of the 6 living labs in which food and construction material flows are analyzed. Learn about the ins and outs of the repair project.
Repair is a European research project we run from the Netherlands, but with 6 other European countries and the Joint Research Centre of the European Communion. And it's about designing a geodesign decision environment, a tool which actually helps to achieve circularity in the development of cities and areas within cities. Repair is quite innovative because it tries to really show resource flows, some call it waste, but we call it resource, on maps live, from where it is treated to where it is being retreated or reused. And this feedback is really valuable for finding solutions.
If we know where food waste is produced, we could also think about what is the best location to have composting, for example. So, or we can see who's producing the waste and what could we do to make that amount go down. So Metabolic was asked by Amsterdam Institute to take a look at the amount of food waste and the construction and demolition waste on one side. So finding the data, building the models and translating this flows processes in collaboration with AMS. And on the other side, we are also working on getting insights on these solutions and basically providing a catalog of these different solutions that can limit waste.
We really need more cases to validate the tool and to also develop real smart systems to, let's say, move towards a circular society. Repair is on the, let's say, focus area of circularity, a very, let's say, a leading project in Europe. I might say in the world even. And Smart Cities Expo in Barcelona is still, of course, the podium, the stage where you would like to show all this top-edge knowledge development.
Hi there. Are you a smart city or you want to become a smart city? Then you have to become also a plastic waste-free city. My name is Janja Volder. I'm Chief Up and founder of Up Upcycling Plastic. We help companies and cities to become plastic waste-free. We make products from your plastic waste for you to use, and we make them 100% recyclable and very durable. So at end of life, we can either reuse or recycle again. Truly circular. So, if you really are a smart city or want to become one, you also talk to us to become a 100% plastic waste-free city too. Thank you.
An average Amsterdam family of 4 uses around 476 litres of water every day. That's a lot of water. This wastewater is valuable. We can reuse its heat and extract raw materials from it, which is both sustainable and good for the environment. We call this new sanitation. Regional Public Water Authority Amstel-Gooi-en-Vecht and the City of Amsterdam see how important it is to pursue sustainability. That is why WaterNet is working on their behalf to find out if we can use new sanitation in practice. How does it work? Wastewater can be split into 2 streams, grey water and black water. Grey water comes from the shower, sink, washing machine and dishwasher, and black water from the toilet. Grey water flows into the existing sewer and has an average temperature of 20 degrees. We use special technology to extract the heat from grey water and return it to homes. This reduces energy bills. We install vacuum toilets, the same as the ones in planes, in the homes to handle black water. These toilets have a separate vacuum sewer that collects the black water, and flushing them uses much less water. The sewer leads to a neighborhood installation where we ferment the black water to create usable biogas. We use the biogas to generate heat and electricity, or we can convert the biogas into green gas that can power cars. We also extract phosphate from the black water and use it as a fertilizer. More information is available at www.waternet.nl/werkzaamheden/nieuwe sanitatie. WaterNet works on behalf of Regional Public Water Authority Amstel-Gooi-en-Vecht and the City of Amsterdam.
The circular economy is an alternative to the linear model characterized by take, make, use, remake. It is restorative by design with materials circulated back into the economy at the end of each service life. The aim being to keep them at their highest value for as long as possible. The circular economy aims to decouple economic growth from resource consumption, creating resilient economies that can operate within our planetary boundaries. The Ellen MacArthur Foundation have developed the butterfly diagram to describe the circular economy. It distinguishes between two cycles, the technical and the biological. The technical cycle keeps materials in use for as long as possible through maintenance, reuse, redistribution, refurbishment, remanufacture and recycling. The shorter the loop, the greater the economic value and the lower the environmental impact. For example, the repair and continued use of a phone has greater monetary value than selling it for reuse, which has more monetary value than stripping the phone and selling its component parts. In the context of a building, continuing to use a building is more economical than refurbishing a building, which is more economical than demolishing and starting again, even if all the demolition waste is recycled. The biological cycle seeks to gain additional value by circulating renewable materials through alternative value chains. For example, spent grain from the brewing industry can be used to produce high-protein animal feed. Or the anaerobic digestion of organic materials can generate biogas, a renewable energy source, as well as organic fertilizer. For an asset of the built environment to come close to being fully circular, circular economy strategies need to be considered throughout its life cycle from the outset, so that end-of-life thinking is replaced by end-of-service thinking. During the design phase, this can include designing for disassembly, the use of standardized components, reduced material use, and sustainable material selection. During the build phase, this can include prefabrication, reverse logistics, creating digital material banks, and use of leased or performance-based materials. During the operation and maintenance phase, this can include entering product as a service or asset-sharing contracts, and using digital material banks and sensors for ease of maintenance. And at end of service, this can include refurbishing assets over decommission and demolition, creating reuse platforms, innovative disassembly technologies, and repurposing materials. Essentially, the strategies we need to put in place throughout the life cycle of a built environment asset can be categorized as circular economy design, new business models, and reverse cycles. These approaches are enabled by innovative technologies, digital platforms, and all-round stakeholder buy-in.
In any metropolitan area, large amounts of water are used, resulting in grey and black wastewater. This water is often full of energy and nutrients. The Citizen project investigates whether a biorefinery is a suitable solution to recover valuable resources. Today we talk to the Citizen partner Waternet and find out more about their biorefinery.
Yes, Waternet manages the water cycle, but we want to get more value from the water cycle, making it more sustainable. So we are in the Buiksloterham area of Amsterdam, which is in the north. It's an old brownfield area. There was a lot of heavy industry here, which has disappeared. The area is now being transformed into a residential neighborhood. And the vision is that it should be a circular residential neighborhood, so as circular as possible. This is the place where our circular biorefinery wastewater treatment plant will be floating on the water in a couple of months' time.
installation is a small-scale installation for a new sanitation system. New sanitation is another way to make sanitation in a circular way. The first what we do is to separate the streams. We have one stream who is coming from toilet and block water, and we have the other streams which is coming from the rest of the house. We take the block water stream and we bring to the installation, and then we can recover nutrients as phosphate that we can use as local fertilizer. And we want to demonstrate that the installation can be energy neutral.
We can get a lot of energy from wastewater. So a big question for us is how do we integrate that energy into the energy system?
We are with the Citizen program, European subsidy, and this program is now in the final phase. So we want to show our case, the demonstration, and then we want to look for development opportunities, and we want to listen to what the people are thinking about circular wastewater systems, to share our learnings, there are a lot, and to spread our idea and enthusiasm to do this all over Europe.
The construction sector uses many resources and generates a lot of waste. This simply isn't sustainable. Buildings consist of many components such as elevators, facades, and bathrooms. In a circular economy, these components are made to be repaired, reused, remanufactured, and recycled. Together, the TU Delft, AMS, and industry partners developed one of these components, the circular kitchen. The circular kitchen consists of a docking station in which kitchen modules can be plugged in and out. The kitchen modules consist of a frame to which function modules and style packages can be easily attached using click-on connections. With this design, the kitchen modules can be easily repaired, refurbished, remanufactured, and recycled, whilst offering more flexibility throughout the kitchen's use period. The circular kitchen is just one example. We could imagine circular bathrooms, doors, roofs, and ultimately, no more waste.
Wij gooien met z'n allen voor 4 miljard aan goed voedsel weg. En dat is natuurlijk een enorm probleem. En met die 4 miljard euro die wij weggooien kunnen we 65 miljoen kinderen per jaar te eten geven. Dat is natuurlijk een absurd bedrag. En ik vond dat ik daar iets aan moest doen. We hebben No Food Waste, het platform opgericht om voedselverspilling te indexeren. Ja, wij houden dus bij wat er allemaal verspild wordt. We zijn een soort kenniscentrum. Daarbij gebruiken we ook de data die we krijgen van onze supermarkten. En we hebben de afgeprijsde app uitgebracht, waarbij we aanbieders en afnemers met elkaar in contact brengen om zo samen voedselverspilling tegen te gaan. De app werkt heel eenvoudig. Je kan makkelijk zien welke supermarkten in jouw buurt zijn die meedoen. Dan kun je zeggen, ik wil die volgen. En ik wil dat ik dagelijks om, laten we zeggen 10 uur geïnformeerd word over de producten die afgeprijsd zijn. Op de dagen dat jij je boodschappen doet, sturen wij jou een pushbericht welke producten afgeprijsd zijn. Open jij de app en dan krijg je een heel duidelijk overzicht te zien wat er afgeprijsd is. En dan kun je dat toevoegen aan je boodschappenlijstje. En we zien bij supermarkten een teruggang in de voedselverspilling tussen de 18 en de 25%. We hebben nu 150 supermarkten en over 2 weken beginnen we met 4 restaurants in Den Bosch om ook daar voedselverspilling tegen te gaan. Dit jaar is het We Are Food jaar. In maart is de maand tegen voedselverspilling. En dat is ook de maand dat wij zullen gaan beginnen met 4 restaurants hier in Den Bosch. En die komen gewoon bij ons in de afgeprijsde app. staan tussen de supermarkten. En het idee daarbij is dat restaurants menus die ze over hebben, waarvan ze weten dus dat ze niet meer verkocht gaan worden, dat ze die tegen korting aan gaan bieden bij ons in de app. En dan kan jij als consument, als je thuis zit, kan je zo'n menu kopen, afhalen en thuis opeten. Minder verspillen doe je in mijn ogen door minder te produceren. En als we als consumenten efficiënter kunnen omgaan met de producten die we kopen, hebben we ook minder producten nodig en kunnen we terug de keten in om minder te gaan produceren.
Nou, zo'n app is natuurlijk belangrijk om mensen bewust te laten worden van het eten wat we weggooien. Ik maak hier in het restaurant nog regelmatig mee. Ja, ik heb terras binnen, buiten. Soms komen zoveel mensen eten. En als ze dan net niet dat visje eten wat ik lekker heb ingekocht, dan zit ik ermee. Ik had een maaltijd. Wij willen de grootste partij in Europa worden die dit probleem gaat tackelen. Met 350 miljoen consumenten en 210.000 supermarkten en weet ik het hoeveel restaurants, hebben we nog genoeg markten om te bestrijden. Ja, super, dankjewel.
Our cities, our phones, this shirt, everything around us is designed with purpose. And when it comes to it, clothes are the most intimate form of design, craved by many, making the fashion industry one of the largest and most lucrative industries today, as it touches each and every one of us every day. On the other hand, the fashion industry is also one of the most wasteful, polluting, and unethical industries. So how can we solve this paradox? I'm Maya, founder and creative director of Maya Saliba, one of the first circular fashion brands. My work has received a lot of recognition and coverage, and my latest design was commissioned by the Victoria and Albert Museum. I built a team with people who share the same values. We are designing for circularity, which means that we design taking into account the full life cycle of a product. We turn waste, such as pineapple waste, pioneering textiles, and also discarded materials into luxury fashion. We produce ethically. We also think about how many lives can we give our products, for example, through leasing, where our creations can be rented and not only bought, and given so many lives before they are shredded and recycled and back into the loop. We want to lead by example and show it is possible for fashion to drastically change and impact the rest of the industries. Your support will give us the means and the time to develop and scale up our project into an established brand with even more pioneering materials and services. If this resonates with you, please get in touch.